Hi, I'm Krishnan Sundaram. I'm General Manager of Beverages at Hindustan Unilever Limited. I'm really looking forward to a lot of ideas and fresh thought from the students to unlock the problems of ClearTrip.
Hi, I'm Subramanya. I'm the CMO of ClearTrip. I head both marketing and products at ClearTrip. As managers, we're kind of constrained because of various boundaries within our own work life. So we want some out-of-the-box thinking to enable us to reach the next level.
Hi, I'm Anant Rangaswamy from CNBC TV 18. I'm looking forward to this case study because it's very complex. You've got a commodity product in the airline, and you've got a completely non-commodity product in hotels. I'd like to see how the teams deal with finding a solution for a business which deals in these two products.
Hello and welcome to Season 5 of Lessons in Marketing Excellence. I'm Shruti Mishra and I'm at India's capital city, New Delhi, to bring you all the action from Faculty of Management Studies, or as it's popularly known as FMS Delhi. Established in 1954, it is one of India's oldest and the most sought-after campuses. Needless to say, it's always been featured among India's top 10 B schools. Now the journey for FMS Delhi at Lime has come with its share of ups and downs. Finishing 6th in Season 1, the institute dropped down to the 11th position in Season 2. But it was this team from the institute that nearly missed out on the final spot by coming a close second in Season 3 while attempting to crack the challenge by Indian Railways. However, the institute dropped down to the 8th position in Season 4. Will the team from FMS Delhi regain the lost glory this season? Let's wait and watch. The case study for FMS Delhi comes from one of India's leading online travel companies, cleartrip.com. Founded in 2006, this young travel website has created a strong user base in the travel and tourism market. Keeping itself up to date with latest technology and innovations, this young website has made mobile booking and internet booking an easy and hassle-free experience for its customers. The challenge for FMS Delhi is to create a strong marketing approach and an execution plan for cleartrip.com towards its online hotel market. Based on a straightforward premise of making travel simple and hassle-free for its customers, cleartrip.com is supported by a website that is clutter-free and easy to navigate. This customer-friendly online travel site has pioneered innovation through technology with advanced features like fare alerts, one-touch booking, passport support, an iOS-compatible feature and quick keys, exclusive hotel deals at the last minute.
We want students of FMS Delhi to think in two directions. One, obviously, from a strategic point of view, we want them to understand the consumer side of the demand, why people are buying hotels online, or why people are not buying hotels online in terms of other challenges with respect to pricing, in terms of branding. So what are the real challenges? Understand the consumer in quite some macro detail from a hotel standpoint, and then use this insights generated from understanding the consumer mindset into a marketing execution program.
It's now time to meet our two teams from FMS Delhi. On my right is team Nimbu Maarke and on my left is team Absentia. So guys, all prepared, all set for tomorrow?
Yes, absolutely.
And what about you guys?
Yes.
So we have a really fun challenge for you guys to just test how prepared are you for the D-Day tomorrow. So we have a team challenge. And the team challenge is that first you'll have to convince a rickshaw puller for an X amount of rupees, obviously, who's going to help you in this challenge. The next step is to convince passengers for a campus tour on the same rickshaw. Again, you guys will decide for how much you're selling the campus tour for. So the team which gets the more amount of money for a duration of 30 minutes is the winner. But do remember that the rickshaw puller, how much you're paying him also matters, because in the end when you get the money, that amount will be deducted. Alright, your duration is 30 minutes and you guys will also get a reward. The winner of this challenge gets to decide who will present first tomorrow. So you understood the challenge? All set to go?
Yeah.
Let's go then.
किसी और को बिठाना है, उसको घुमाना है, कितना लेंगे?
इसके आगे वाले कट से आपको यहाँ तक वापस आना है, बस वो करते रहना है आपको।
100 रुपये ज़्यादा है यार।
आधे घंटे का वो ये 50 देना है।
नहीं यार, बहुत ज़्यादा है, क्या बोल रहे हो यार?
40।
आधे घंटे का 30,
40,
30।
भैया टीवी में भी आ रहे हैं आप, क्या बोल रहे हैं?
10 मिनट का 10।
There is this show in which we are convincing people to just take one trip from a rickshaw to this cut from that.
अरे एक राउंड 2 मिनट का है, यहाँ से U-turn लेके वापस बस।
You just have to pay 20 bucks per head.
How much are you willing to pay? At least 100.
रिक किधर गया? आगे आगे आगे।
God bless you. 300 bucks, 30 bucks. You are putting me in. People have paid as low as 50 as.
Your time's up, bus.
उतना तो देना चाहिए, बनता है यार.
Alright guys, did you enjoy the fun challenge?
Yes.
So team Nimbu Maarke, how much did you make?
670.
And you guys?
330.
So clearly Nimbu Maarke are the winners. As promised, tell us who'll go first tomorrow.
I think we'll go first.
Congratulations guys.
Thank you.
And all the very best. With that, it's time to take a short break. On the other side, our two teams from FMS Delhi will present their solutions to the jury and we'll find out which one makes it for the semi-finals.
My favorite would be the Absentia. So we have the team that is there, the teamwork that they have.
They're really hardworking people, so the research they've done, I've seen them working, it's tremendous. I am convinced that Nimbu Maarke will win.
I think the team has brilliant people. They have a unique insight into the marketing world.
Welcome back to Line Season 5, the campus round at FMS Delhi. Now both our teams, Team Nimbu Maarke and Team Absentia, are all geared up to present their solutions to the case study provided by cleartrip.com. Now the team that moves on to the semi-finals from here gets a check of 50,000 rupees and a fast-track route to the pre-placement round at HUL. Now before we call on our teams, it's now time to meet our jury. From CNBC TV 18, we have Anant Rangaswamy. From cleartrip.com, their Chief Marketing Officer, Subramanya Sharma. And from HUL, we have the General Manager for Beverages, Krishnan Sundaram. Welcome, judges. We now have Team Nimbu Maarke to present their solutions to the jury. Well, the team won the team challenge yesterday and decided to present first. Now, team, you'll have 3 minutes to present your solution. After that, we'll sound a buzzer. That indicates the end of your time, and this will be followed by a Q&A session with the jury. All the best, guys. The floor's open to you, and your time starts now.
For our research, we spoke to consumers, hotels, travel agents and industry experts. Interviews with consumers showed us that many of them search for hotels online but book offline. Human interface and trust along with price are the primary factors that influence the choice of a channel. Protocol analysis with those consumers who do book online also showed us that too much variety and clutter are pain points while booking online. Word association tests showed that Cleartrip was synonymous to simplicity and flights, while the other OTAs were linked to deals and packages. From a hotel's perspective, the biggest problem that an OTA faces is the billboard effect. That is, hotels look at OTAs just as a visibility platform and not an important enough sales channel. People don't book hotels online primarily due to trust issues, lack of a human interface and personalization. Those who do book online don't use Cleartrip due to a limited hotel recall, complicated choice making and a lack of loyalty.
Zooming out to the macro level, we realize that the concept of value is very different for flights and hotels. Flight is a commoditized product where price is the only differentiator. Hotel stay, on the other hand, is a personalized product where experience and credence attributes matter the most. The current value proposition of simplicity is just not enough for hotels. Hence, we've redefined the value proposition to include simplicity, trust, and relationships. Our strategy revolves around reinforcing simplicity, enhancing trust, and building relationships.
Basis strategy, we tweaked the 7 P's to solve pain points in the consumer decision-making process, namely search, evaluate, book, and post-purchase. To make search easier, we modified the website layout to show hotels grouped by star ratings. We promote the clear top 5 hotels in every category. We also suggest website changes around a compare hotels feature, the Cleartrip homepage, and the Google landing page. To simplify evaluation, we suggest partnering with best-in-class hotels and providing the Cleartrip quality assurance on these preferred hotels. This would help mitigate the long tail and billboard issues. To incentivize purchase, we suggest the partial pay option, that is, allow consumers to pay 20% online and the remaining 80% at the hotel. This would help overcome the trust barrier of paying a large sum online. Additionally, we suggest the Clear Trip Guide, a user-dedicated human point of contact to aid in the process of booking, to tackle issues during the trip, and to take feedback and manage consumer relationships. Our rewards program pushes the ClearTrip flight customers to now also book hotels from ClearTrip by providing double benefits on hotel bookings. Our integrated marketing campaign via a mascot, ATL, BTL and activations aims to demonstrate the new ClearTrip features, change the consumer perception about online hotel booking and incentivize trials. To conclude, our value proposition of simplicity, trust, relationships and our suggested solutions, when executed, will get more people to book online using ClearTrip.
Have you evaluated a completely post-pay model, right? You just see the hotel and then you pay at the hotel. And how would you kind of contrast this model versus that?
The problem of people not going to the hotel after making a booking, so the no-show problem, was a huge concern that the industry was facing, and that's the reason that this was not executed. Make My Trip went ahead and did the ₹5 booking concept, and they did it for a lot of hotels, but even they had to backtrack on it and withdraw some of these hotels because of the huge concern of no-show. So when the minimum level is so low, or if there's no minimum threshold at all, consumers just click a button and book online but then don't show up. So we thought the 20% threshold would be enough for the Indian consumer to commit and then follow up with his commitment by going to the hotel.
You spoke of the key barriers being lack of trust, lack of hotel recall and no loyalty. I understand what you're doing in terms of loyalty, and I see what you can do in terms of promoting specific hotels, but I still don't get how you address lack of trust, because I'm saying that's the fundamental problem, right?
Two of our solutions, having a point of contact and partial pay, get rid of this trust barrier to a large extent. Additionally, the Clear Top 5 hotels, wherein you ClearTrip verifies a few hotels, that in the long run will also help with the trust barrier. So what happens is, even with a normal travel agent, you go, if you trust him, he tells you these 5 hotels are fine, you go ahead with it. Similarly, over the long term, what we want is the benefits of an offline travel agent and the convenience of online.
Is it practical to have this human being taking my calls? Is it practical in their business?
So,
have you tried to figure out, you know, how many people, they'll have to open a few more call centers to deal with this, and all will have to be expert call centers?
Yeah. So we thought about this model, and we also sounded industry experts in the same. So we spoke to Mr. Sharad Bhal from Yatra.com as well. And one of the biggest issues, one of the biggest impediments to get people from offline to online is the lack of a human touch point. Because and a customer said this to us, that it's just not like talking to another person. So this is something that we felt is essential. The other websites have done it by making offline store formats. So Yatra, Make My Trip have their offline store formats, which is also a huge investment because this is such a huge issue. In terms of the feasibility of this option, what we're suggesting is local people at different points of across India stationed to take these calls. So in a sense, it does not mean it's extending your network by a huge extent, but just having localized setups where they can resolve local issues and give you better advice, and also negotiate with the hotels better and be there in case you face a problem when you're at the hotel.
A lot of consumers come online, search in terms of pricing, and then call the hotel and then negotiate on price and book offline, right?
Yeah.
So how does any of the solutions here solve that specific issue?
When you're building a relationship with a hotel, when you're giving them the trust that these 5 are the ones that are going to come up, is when the hotel also knows that I'm not supposed to undercut you. And you also, they look at you only as a billboard, like we've just mentioned, like just a publicity platform. Nothing that gives me sales at the end of the day. So once you generate those kind of sales, they are meant to not undercut.
Wonderful. Thank you.
With that, it's now time to take a short break. On the other side, Team Absentia presents its solutions to the jury, and we find out which of the 2 teams make it to the semi-finals. You're watching Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 5. Stay tuned.
We're in fact very happy with the intense questions that we got, because we got to unfold all of our ideas. We got to speak a lot about all of our solutions, and we think we did a good job. We're confident of our part. We think the other team also would have done well enough.
Welcome back. You're watching the campus round at FMS Delhi on Season 5 of Lessons in Marketing Excellence. Before the break, you saw Team Nimbu Maarke present their solutions to the jury. It's now time for Team Absentia to present their solution on the challenge posed by India's leading online travel company, ClearTrip.com. Team, you'll be given 3 minutes to present your solutions to the jury. After that, we'll sound a buzzer. That indicates the end of your time, and this will be followed by a Q&A session with the jury. All the very best, and your time starts now.
Travel forms the largest subsector in Indian e-commerce, with OTAs being popular due to their increased flexibility, lower prices and diverse choices. From our primary research conducted across customers, travel agents and hoteliers, convenience, ready availability of information and better prices emerged as key motivators. Our positioning for ClearTrip would be as a brand which makes travel simple and reliable, with the vision of being your trustworthy travel partner. The campaign would run across 4 stages: attention, interest, engagement and bonding. In the attention phase, the focus is to attract non-customers by increasing visibility. Among our respondents, only 16% have used ClearTrip for hotel bookings. We propose a convenient time-saving solution: ClearTrip hotel booking machines at places where people start and end journeys. Other campaigns would include two-way publicity through certifications for hotels, Hotel of the Month contest, and a hotel-specific holistic advertisement campaign.
Next are the interest strategies, which will include using different value propositions to increase ClearTrip's overall reach and brand equity. We propose to publish travel book on an annual basis to generate interest, which will have travel stories, experiences and pictures of select customers with QR codes of the hotels where they stayed. Other activities include hotel-specific weekly contests in travel magazines such as Hotelier India, and use of social media for communicating offers, schemes and other content for hotels. Next, we present engagement strategies to match up with the personalization and customer services that the travel agents provide. We propose to establish on-tour service centers to assist customers with their travel plans and hotel issues, to increase interaction with them while on tour and build trust. Other activities are on-request souvenir travel albums to select users, and BTL activities at airports and stations to create buzz, such as conveyor belt relay contest. We also suggest to redesign the user interface. For mobile interface, which will include mobile payment option through app, map and direction, call to book and slideshow of rooms, while the web interface would include up and down vote for hotels, icon-based dashboards, 360-degree virtual tour and interest-based chat rooms.
Finally, we come to the bonding stage. Bonding stage focuses on emotionally connecting with our customers and increasing ClearTrip.com's goodwill. The first strategy here is the Dream Social campaign, where users get to donate a portion of their payment towards funding the dream trips of underprivileged children. Next, we present a comprehensive loyalty program for frequent users and travel, comprising of tie-ups with brands to provide ClearTrip credit cards with loyalty points redemption mechanism and travel advisors for the top tiers of frequent users. Also, Agent Box users would be eligible for a slab-wise cashback loyalty program across platinum, gold and silver categories.
Why consumers are not booking online, right? The adoption for flights is say 40-45%,
right?
But for hotels it's still 8%,
right?
So in your view, what's the biggest factor in terms of why people are not booking hotels online?
So from our consumer insights, one of the biggest things which we thought before we went ahead and surveyed consumers was that people still depended on recommendations from personal friends and stuff. So what we got from our insights was that people do not think that the reliability of information is there on e-commerce sites. Though they think that there is enough comprehensive information, somehow after their previous experiences in hotels, they somehow do not trust the reliability of information. The second thing was price parity, because even when we interact with hoteliers told that, we provide lower prices than e-commerce sites. And when we went back to customers, they also had the same views.
What in your solution specifically tackles that problem of price parity or the perception of price parity itself?
One is basically establishing these on-the-ground booking machines, which is basically your last-minute bookings, which is similar to quickies, which is what ClearTrip already offers. So the moment you go book online at the last minute, you tend to go to the hotel immediately. So you provide a one-stop shop for all information to be displayed at the same time, and people immediately go to hotels and can verify that. So over a period of time, if you let people and new customers, if you attract new customers through these on-the-ground booking centers, in the long run, a trust factor will be established between ClearTrip and customers.
I saw a lot in your presentation about advertising, communication, contests. So it almost seemed like if ClearTrip does saliency, the rest will magically fall into place. But I didn't get a sense of what is the unique proposition that you're offering.
So one thing which ClearTrip is driven into the mind of consumers till now is that it's a clean and reliable kind of user interface. So basically it's extremely simple compared to other e-commerce sites. And something which we've stuck throughout, if you notice, is that we've not complicated things. So we've not proposed something like running promotions all through the website, which is what a lot of other competitors do. So we've stuck to this same user proposition which ClearTrip has sold so far. We're maintaining the simplicity and reliability of the site, while at the same time giving them a complete and holistic user experience.
You've got a huge base already of people who've sampled ClearTrip and used it once, used it twice, not frequently, and yet I see nothing big in getting them to convert from just being airline buyers to airline and hotel, except a loyalty card of some kind. You're not saying communicate them, you're saying advertise in some magazine and many magazines. This is available to you free. You just have to create the communication and send it to them.
For this purpose, what we're doing is that through our engagement strategies, what we're focusing on are the non-frequent customers, which are not yet complete, which do try cleartrip.com but are not becoming the loyal customers. So for them, what we're proposing is, first of all, we are giving them the option of having a souvenir travel album. So like when they go on trips, so they'll be given the option of sending their pics to us to a ClearTrip, and then they'll be created a
I'm going to interrupt. Is this about gimmicks or is it about giving them good rational reason to come?
I think the word that we are looking for is engagement. So like you mentioned, there are non-frequent bookers. A person who would book once or twice with ClearTrip and then probably switch over or book offline. So that is why we have the engagement and the bonding strategies.
Okay, thank you.
Team, I request you to kindly step out while our jury deliberates and pens down the results.
So it was a mix-up of questions. So a few questions we were prepared on, but few questions were thrown at us, and we might be able to do it better, in a better manner. We would have been able to manage it better if possible, but there was a scope of improvement in our answers. We are pretty confident about our ideas. We had a very step-by-step approach towards the case, and for our solutions that we have provided, we are very much confident that it's a win-win strategy for us.
So we have the results with us, but before that I would like to call on both the teams. Team Nimbu, Maarke and Team Absentia, can we have you guys on stage please? Alright, how many for Team Nimbu, Maarke? Raise your hands. That's quite a lot. And Team Absentia. Alright, I have to say, FMS Delhi, you're right. The winner is Team Nimbu, Maarke. Congratulations. You win yourselves a check of 50,000 rupees and a fast track placement round through at HUL. Well, that brings us to the end of this remarkable round at FMS Delhi. Join us next week as we move on to another campus with yet another case study. Until then, goodbye and thanks for watching.